Well, let's wait for the audio signal from the YouTube. So today we're going to be reacting to Tash Peterson's latest video. Let me hear. Yeah, good. Sounds okay. So Tash Peterson, she has a new video by the name of Vegan. Hold on, let me copy the link and paste it in the chat. So Vegan Gains forces his cat to be vegan. So pin the message. Yeah, let's just start playing and I'll react in real time.
So, can you tell us how long your cat has been vegan for?
So I think he's about 2 or 3 years old now. I think he's turning 3. I got him when he was roughly 6 to 8 weeks old. So I adopted him actually from people who ran a dairy farm. They just found 2 cats in their barn, and the mom cat didn't come back. So it's assumed she died or something, or like got eaten by coyotes or something. And they just made a post, I think on Kijiji, saying anybody wants to pick up the cat or cats, they can. So I came by, found this little cat. He was really tiny, and then brought him home, and he's been on a vegan diet since then.
Okay, wow. And in terms of any health complications or anything, is he thriving and healthy?
Yeah, he
Why is that important? I don't understand the question. Is he healthy? It doesn't matter, right? You have to be vegan. Otherwise, you're a Nazi or a murderer and we need to kill you. So there's no real option. But as this question is going to keep coming up again and again, tell us about how healthy. Sorry, I'm just getting some water in the background. Tell us about how healthy the cat is. And even if it's not completely healthy, if it's more or less healthy, but they seem to suggest that if the cat would die because of the vegan diet, then that would not make sense. That's the implication. They're not saying it explicitly, but that would make no sense because according to them, veganism must be adhered to with no limit. I've never heard of a limit. When are you supposed to quit veganism? Under what circumstances? I don't know. I mean, I don't think they've ever discussed it. Hold on, let me plug in the power. But they keep bringing up that it's healthy, and Vegan Gains keeps bringing up how healthy it is to be vegan, which again makes no sense because even if you would die because you're vegan, according to Vegan Gains, you should still be vegan. But he always argues with people that no, you can be healthy and vegan, which makes no sense. That should not even be brought up because veganism is an ethical system. It's not a health system. All right, let's continue.
is a big, strong kitty. I'll actually show him on camera. Give me a second.
I mean, by holding the cat, I mean, aren't you capturing the cat? How is this different than a farmer who has animals on the farm? How is this different than a farmer? I mean, you have animals in your house. How is this different than a farmer that has animals on the farm?
He's a big.
The cat wants to go, but he's holding the cat. So that seems to be a rights violation.
Strong kitty. I think he weighs almost 15 pounds. He's really big. It's a really large cat. He's really sweet. He gets along with all the other animals. Mwah.
Yeah, he's gorgeous. So, what do you feed him?
So we've been feeding him Benevo, vegan cat food. I think initially we were feeding him.
Of course, in the preparation of this vegan cat food, if there's rats killed or insects killed, that's okay. That's fine, apparently, for some reason.
Evolution cat food. It was a particular formula that was supposedly good for all states.
The very fact that Vegan Gains lives in a house, I mean, he is taking the place of any life that could have been there. Insects could have been living where his house is. It doesn't matter to Vegan Gains.
Stages of the life cycle, including kittens. So I fed that. We ended up getting him neutered, and we have a.
You neutered again. How is this different than what a farmer does to his animals? And I don't understand. I mean, how can you violate the rights of an animal like that? Can I just neuter anyone? I mean, that doesn't make any sense.
A special type of kitty litter where you can see their urine pH. Cats need a pretty acidic urine to protect against urinary tract infections, and some foods, not just vegan foods, but some
The infection is just more life form that you're killing. They want to thrive. Yeah, but vegan gains would say, yeah, but we're only considering sentient life, which, it's just an arbitrary distinction.
Cat foods, they can increase their urine pH so that it's more alkaline. So it's called per liter.
And the definition of sentience, of course, is who knows.
And after the neutering, his urine pH went higher, became more alkaline. No idea why. I don't know if the neutering had any effect on that. So we were feeding him a methionine supplement for a while to just make his urine a bit more acidic, and that worked just fine. And then we just tried switching him to Benevo, and on the Benevo, he didn't need the supplement. So now he's just on Benevo vegan cat food.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we know a few activists that feed their cats non-vegan food. Obviously, they're feeding them animals.
All right, so if there's activists who feed their animals non-vegan food, then they are Nazis and you should murder them, as far as I understand. But then again, you don't do that. You actually probably cooperate with these vegans. And even if you don't, the fact is you don't go and murder them. Why not? I don't understand. Wouldn't you be saving lives? Who knows? I don't even know what your purpose is, but that doesn't make any sense. So there's people who feed their animals animal food. That's like being a Nazi. Shouldn't you save the universe from these Nazis? And if you're not doing anything, so why are you doing anything?
And
So everything is just an act. So it's just for show because you're not actually stopping the Nazis. You're just pretending to try and stop. You're not stopping. You're not going physically stopping. You're not murdering anyone. You're not a terrorist. Why aren't you employing terroristic tactics? According to your logic, you definitely should, right? If we were facing the Nazis today, you probably would be doing like a lot more, but you're not doing really anything. I mean, you're not killing people. You're not, you're not doing actual damage. Why not?
that, yeah, we found that really quite triggering and upsetting.
And Vegan Gains, his wife, I think, fed his animals non-vegan food, but he sleeps with her in the same bed, apparently. So he's sleeping with a Nazi, so that's fine too. So on one hand, he calls people who are non-vegan Nazis. On the other hand, he sleeps with a Nazi, and he says plenty of activists have partners who are not vegan, and that's fine. So everyone is sleeping with Nazis, but if I am anti-vegan, then I'm a real Nazi, and he will really come after me. But his wife, who is also a Nazi, yeah, but that's fine. So I don't understand the logic of these people.
To see. What are your thoughts on activists or vegans in general that feed their cats non-vegan food?
Yeah, so if you feed a companion animal, whether it be a cat, a dog, a snake, what have you, other animals, you're not vegan.
You're not vegan, but you're a Nazi. It's not just you're not a vegan, you're a Nazi, right? If you're not a vegan, you're a Nazi. He had another video about that. So why are you just saying not vegan, but yes, a Nazi? You should say it.
As a vegan, you're supposed to protect the rights of other animals. You're not supposed to kill them, exploit them, things like that. And if you are paying for other animals to be killed to feed a companion animal, then it's not vegan. You're not a vegan. You could be.
I mean, by the way, I protect animals, all within reason. I protect animals and I do the best I can, but, I also have to eat. So I also kill them, painlessly as possible. But I'm a vegan, according to this definition.
An animal rights activist, but you're an animal rights activist who's a massive hypocrite.
I'm an animal rights activist. If I would see someone hurting an animal for no reason, I would, say something, do something. So I'm an animal rights activist. So I'm the same as all of you.
While claiming you want to support the rights of animals.
I mean, I could say the same thing about you, Mr. Vegan Gains. You live in a house. You're taking the space of animals. You're capturing animals in your house. The vegetables that you eat come from a farm where they kill animals that might attack the vegetables or eat the vegetables. So you're paying for animals to be killed. So how are you different than me?
You're paying for animals to be murdered. But yeah,
you're paying for animals to be murdered when you buy vegetables and when you bought this house. And when you're using YouTube, I mean, the fact is, civilization lives on the bones of many species that we have destroyed and many animals that we have killed. This is this is who we are. This is the nature of this of this universe. We just have to kill. There's no way out of it. You kill in order to eat your vegetables. You kill in order to have this house. That there's no way out of this. It's just the nature of this universe.
Definition, you're not vegan.
And I
So you're not vegan either.
believe it is a form of speciesism because I guess naturally we are brought into this world to hold species like dogs and cats close.
Wait, so you don't see speciesism, whatever. You don't see the distinction between the life of a mosquito and the life of a person? They're the same to you. So you don't kill mosquitoes. Let's say a mosquito in nature that's not gonna bite you. So you don't have a reason to kill it. But if you'd be faced with an option to kill one of them, so you would. It's equivalent to you to kill a mosquito and to kill a person. You don't see the distinction. If you do, then you're a speciesist. You are what you're accusing others of being.
To us, and then to justify their lives by taking multiple lives for one individual just doesn't make sense morally to us.
Wait, if you're considering the number of lives being taken, then a person who eats beef takes a lot less lives than a person who eats bugs, for example. When I eat bugs, I eat many, many, many animals, but when I eat beef, I eat one cow. Altogether, on average, I would probably eat one cow per year. A person eats one cow per year, so it makes the most. Actually, you probably kill a lot less animals if you eat beef compared to if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, statistically. So does that matter? According to you, it should be a parameter in the discussion. I never heard you bring this up. It should be preferable to you to be a beef eater rather than a chicken eater or a fish eater or a bug eater or a vegetable eater.
Right,
You look at these non-vegan cat products. I've seen a couple containing kangaroo bodies, pigs, cows, and fish all macerated together. And
Even
there's
sharks.
so taking multiple species just for the life of one companion animal, I believe is a form of speciesism. And of course, as you
Yeah, so you're counting the number. So yeah, as I said.
said, it is blatant animal abuse and murder.
Yeah, and nobody would be okay with killing cats and dogs to feed to chickens. So it makes no sense that you want to protect as an animal rights activist cows, chickens, pigs, and then feed those same animals to your cat and dog, and then find some really weird excuses, like the excuses I've seen from some animal rights activists. I think those annoying vegans, they feed their cat meat. They've said weird crap that you actually hear from meat eaters to justify meat eating, like, oh, well, it's natural for them to eat that kind of diet. We shouldn't impose our ethical values on these animals. Well, again, in order to protect their rights, you absolutely have to. If we're okay with imposing our ethical values on other human beings, and in an ideal world, we'd force other people not to eat animal products.
You don't really, you don't do as much as you can. You can become a terrorist. You can start actually murdering non-vegans, but you don't do that. So so you're not really fighting for the rights of animals. Why is that?
Products. I don't know why other animals get an exemption from this.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I think I've heard some other kind of justifications from other people who call themselves vegan but feed their cats animals, things saying that cats experience a lot of different health complications. So do you have any kind of scientific knowledge to kind of...
1 second, we have comments in the comment section. Hey, Woody Johnson, what's up? Wait, J-Rock is here? I didn't see. Oh, J-Rock. You don't have the right link. I don't? Oh my God. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Here's the link. What did I put up? Oh my God, I put the link to the YouTube? That is ridiculous. J-Rock, next time, just send me a message on Instagram. Let me see. Okay, you don't have the right link. What's up? All right, J-Rock, join the show whenever you can. Woody, why don't you join the show whenever you can? Wait, let me pin the comments. Pin the message. Message pinned. All right, let's continue with this.
kind of dispute those claims?
Yeah, there's only really two main concerns when it comes to feeding a cat a plant-based diet. One is taurine. So taurine is
And now they're discussing the health, which, as I said, it doesn't make any sense. Veganism is an ethical system. I don't understand why it's important to discuss the health. Who cares? The cat can die. We can all die because we need to protect the animals. So why are you discussing the health? So this seems to be in contradiction.
essential amino acid for cats. if they don't get it, they can have really serious health issues, die. This is actually a problem with normal normal cat food. So during the rendering process, they're cooking this food at such a high temperature that it can destroy these amino acids. So they actually have to add it back into the formula. Now, again, we live in modern times. Taurine can just be added into vegan, cat food, so it's not really a big deal. I know there's some concern over absorption rates, but anecdotally, I haven't heard of anybody having issues feeding a cat any sort of vegan food and it being deficient in taurine. You can also get taurine supplements and add it to their food if you're really concerned. And again, this isn't a unique problem to vegan cat food. This is a problem with any kind of manufactured cat food. So taurine's added into every cat food, vegan or not. And again, the other problem is.
By the way, Vegan Gains blocked me on his YouTube channel. I asked him to debate me, but I made one condition. I said you cannot use the reductio ad absurdum logical fallacy to declare victory, and he just blocked me. He said, "You're blocked." I have a recording of this. So if you're wondering, if you can get me to debate him, I'd gladly debate him. Or you, Tash, I'd gladly debate you. I noticed you walk on the street and you offer to debate people on the street. Well, you have me. I'm offering to debate you. I think I've offered to debate you many times on your channel. You've never reacted. So you're welcome. Unlike Vegan Gains, I'm going to be extremely friendly. I'm absolutely not... I will try to be very friendly. If I'm not friendly, just tell me. I'll be very friendly, very cordial, very nice. I'm a truth seeker. I'm not here to hurt anyone's feelings.
Just urine pH, and that can be solved pretty easily. You can just, if their urine pH is too high, you can just get them a thionine supplement and get their urine pH back down. There's not a ton of actual research on feeding vegan cats and their health outcomes, but the bit of research that does exist shows vegan cats actually are healthier. So they live about as long, maybe slightly longer, and they're less likely to get health issues. So the amount of times they have to go to the vet, they have fewer instances of kidney disease. They also have lower rates of obesity. I'm not so sure how much that's actually related to the food they're eating and more related to their owners. So people who are vegan and feed their cats vegan, they're probably a little more cautious and a little more, they have a little more care about their animal's health. So they're less likely to feed them table scraps, get them fat, feed them things they're not supposed to. If they see that there's maybe signs they're not doing so well on a certain food, they'll change it, stuff like that. But cats, they can be fed too much cholesterol, they can be fed too much saturated fat, and some foods, again, they may promote some of these health issues.
I'm wondering, what do you do if your cat finds a bird or a squirrel and kills it? Would you then murder your cat because it's a Nazi? According to you, you should murder your cat at that point. Certainly, what if it does it again and again, and like let's say you're just unable. I mean, sometimes it just finds mice and birds and who knows what. 1 second, we have a guest, J-Rock. Hello, Mr. J-Rock.
Yo, I know I'm late to the party, late to the start, but I just wanted to do the intro for your show real quick. And
go ahead.
I do got a lot going on. It is my birthday today, Slave, so we got stuff going on.
Congratulations. How old are you? Are you less or more than 1,000 years old?
Way less.
That's good. So you have a long life ahead of you. Go ahead, do the intro.
All right, ready? Bam! Parentheses, exploding noise like a bomb noise. Bam! Welcome to the Mr. Slave Show, where you never know what the topic of debate is going to be about, but in this case, there might not even be a debate. Maybe this will just be a reaction stream. But yeah, so everybody watching, if you think that Mr. Slave is going to have a debate with anyone, write it down in the comments. And if he does have a debate with anyone, let us know what you think Mr. Slave's debate opponent is going to choose to talk about. If you think it's going to be about veganism, type veganism in the chat. If you think it's going to be about, philosophy, religion, write it down in the chat. And at the end of the stream, we'll see if it's correct. All right. And
your mic, you're breaking in and out. Are you using the mic normally?
Yeah.
Okay, just the last 2 sentences.
Okay.
Okay, go on.
Okay, so with that being said, I will pass the mic over to the star of the show. Take it away, Mr. Slave.
Thank you, Mr. J Rock. Wait a minute. So, are there prizes for anyone who guesses correctly?
No, it's just the game. It's just to get people engaged, involved in the conversation. Like
I
having
see.
them guess what the show might. All right, so I don't know if Woody Johnson's still here watching, but if you're still watching Woody Johnson, comment what you think the stream's going to be about. Is this just going to be an entire reaction stream, or do you think maybe Mr. Slave would decide to do a quick debate with anybody? And if he does do a debate, what is the topic of debate going to be about? And we'll see if you guess correct.
But it's not completely. It's not like a roll of the dice because whatever answer they give, I can look at what they type and I can manipulate the actual debate based on what people choose. So it's like they're not really guessing; they're more like telling me. It's not so clear that I would define it as a guess. But yeah. Anyway, have you been listening to my reaction?
No, well, I at first I tuned in. I tried to join, but then I saw that it wasn't the StreamYard link that was pinned, so I left. And then I came back to see that you had it pinned, so I asked you. That's when I came on. So no, I haven't really been watching anything.
Mm. All right, I'm gonna continue my reaction, and I
All
don't
right,
know what I'll do after.
you continue your thing. I'm gonna go out to lunch with my family right now. So all right, I guess I'll catch you later.
Yeah, man, talk to you. Keep me updated so that maybe the next stream we'll do together again.
Hey, what is Mr. Slave?
I don't know. What is he?
What is he?
My uncle.
Wait, that's your son?
No,
Who is that?
that's his mom. I don't know. It's a joke. What is Mr. Slave?
I'm still chewing horn.
Can't hear you. Are you still on the stream?
There you go. All right. Well, catch you later, Slave. All right, we're
All
leaving.
right, man. Thanks for dropping by. Catch you later. Bye. All right, let's continue reacting.
Including obesity, heart disease. So there could be an argument made that plant-based diets for cats are probably slightly healthier. So either way, cats can do just fine on a vegan diet. The research that exists shows that they do at least about as well. And even if they did a bit worse, that's not.
Only if they did a bit worse, but what if they did a lot worse? So from what you're saying, it sounds like then it would justify to drop veganism. So same goes for a person. That's very interesting. So that does not sound like an ethical position. So your entire ethics have just been destroyed. I don't even need to debate you. You just claimed that it's not an ethical discussion. It's a health discussion. So I don't know what I'm even reacting to.
Not a justification to pay for other animals to get killed to feed your cat. Like again, if you owned a chicken, would you kill cats and dogs to feed the chicken? Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to bring that up. Like, so obviously the evidence shows that they can thrive. So there's absolutely no excuse.
Exactly. So it's the evidence that shows that they can thrive. So if the evidence showed that they are the opposite of thriving, that they're dying, then it would be justified, which again destroys the entire ethical foundation of veganism. It's just a health position. It's not an ethical position. That's what it sounds like. So what, am I missing something? Did you just destroy veganism? Veganism is an ethical system, and you're having a discussion about health. So I don't know what to say.
But even so, if they couldn't, I just don't see the justification in taking multiple lives for one life as well.
Yeah, it's
And you're doing this count. I don't understand. So multiple lives for one. I mean, what? I don't. I mean, what is the logic behind this math? So I mean, could you explain to me what is the foundation for this mathematical analysis? It's like this numbers game. I don't understand. So one person and 10 mosquitoes. So if there's so according to you, 10 mosquitoes' lives are worth more than one person's life. That's what it sounds like. Even 10 worms. So I don't understand. If that's your position, then fine. I mean, but what is the foundation for the position? Why are you counting lives? I don't understand.
countless lives over a cat's lifetime that would be taken when they're non-vegan. Countless.
Yeah, it's possibly hundreds of thousands of animals dying just to feed one animal. So I don't see how you can make an argument unless cats live infinitely or something. They're like immortal beings, then maybe you could justify somehow. But no.
What do you mean somehow? I mean, you need to have a position. I don't understand. It sounds like you don't even have a position, a clear position. So it sounds like you don't even have your ethics lined up. You don't have your ethics figured out. So I don't understand why you're on YouTube. I don't understand. I mean, what is your position? I mean, so if a cat lives forever, then it makes sense to murder other animals. So murdering depends on if a cat lives forever. So the longer I live, the more I have the right to murder. That's what it sounds like. That's your ethics. So fine. What are you basing that on? What is your entire ethical foundation? How is it built? I don't understand.
They have a finite existence. So killing hundreds or thousands of other animals to feed one animal just so it maybe lives to
Hundreds of thousands. What if it were not hundreds of thousands, but rather just one animal? Let's say not even kill it. Let's say I can chop the leg off a cow. It could live it's the rest of its life, but I could use the meat to feed my cat that lives, let's say, 15 years. I don't know. Maybe I can extend the life of a cat to much more. I don't know. I don't see how that's relevant, but fine. Nevertheless, so if I don't, so you're counting lives. So if I don't kill, which is not even one life, then it's fine to chop the leg off animals. So I can grow animals according to you, chop off some organs here and there, have them limping around, and that would still be vegan. So vegans could do that according to you. That's what it sounds like. Again, what is the foundation of your ethics? Where does it come from? I don't understand.
2-3 years longer, maybe lives a bit healthier, is pretty ridiculous. And again, there's no evidence that supports the idea that cats live longer or they're healthier on a meat-based diet.
Okay, sure.
Again, you bring it up, meaning it had this. We're having a health discussion and not an ethical discussion. So I'm lost.
And just a quick question about synthetic taurine versus the taurine found in flesh. And I think you just mentioned before, like digestion. There have been a couple of people, again, in their justifications for non-vegan cats, have said that they don't digest the synthetic taurine or other synthetic nutrients. So are you able to tell us a little bit more about that? Like, there's no difference?
Yeah, so it really depends. Taurine absorption can be affected by a lot of different things. You could see lower or higher taurine absorption rates. But again, there's synthetic taurine added to all of these different cat foods, vegan or not. So any cat food you find, synthetic taurine is being added. I know there's some people who feed their animals, like a raw diet. But again, why would you do that when there doesn't appear to be a risk of taurine deficiency with, just the formulated cat foods, and they don't seem to have any worse health outcomes?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions? Is there anything else you think is important to discuss, like maybe a bit more about, I don't know, morals or anything else that we can try to convince people right now who call themselves vegans who still aren't convinced and still are holding on to their justifications to feed animals to their cats? Is there anything else we could possibly discuss?
Yeah, sure. I know there's a lot of vegan YouTubers that I've encountered. Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan, who isn't vegan because he feeds cat meat. Those annoying vegans.
When you say that someone is not vegan, is vegan, I mean, it sounds like you're classifying them in and out of a cult. Just letting you know. I mean, not that I have anything against cults.
And a handful of others. They try to just avoid this topic completely.
But it's like you're in the group or you're out of the group. It sounds like a group thing. It doesn't sound like an ethical discussion, just like a group discussion. Are you in or out of our group? And we have our rituals, which is fine. I mean, just letting you know.
Completely. Like Ryan from Happy Healthy Vegan, he won't even talk to me. I've offered to debate him on the issue, and again, he just comes up with
You refuse to debate me, so how are you different?
bunch of cope excuses. And I think in their heads, they try to, justify it by saying, well, I'm doing the best I can. I'm not going to put like my companion animal at risk, things like that. Well, it's not the best you can. If you're trying the best you can, you just feed your cat a formulated vegan food. And if this were, some sort of
Yeah, but he believes that this is the right. He's doing the best he can. Aren't you doing the best you can? Aren't we just all doing the best we can? Isn't that so? That means we're all vegan. No one wants to hurt anyone. No one wants to hurt animals. I don't go around killing insects for no reason. I, live and let live. I don't care. As long as you don't hurt me, I'm not gonna hurt you. And when I eat my animals, I avoid putting them in pain. And I actually want my animals that I eat to have lived a good life, because then I guess the meat is better. I don't want them to live in poop. I want them to live in nature and be happy, run around, enjoy life, and then die a happy, painless death quick, happy death, just like I would. So, well, we're all doing the best we can. So I think we're all, not that I think, I mean, according to your definition or anyone's definition of veganism, we're all vegan. The whole universe is vegan.
Alternate universe, or we were in a different culture, these same people wouldn't be comfortable feeding, a pet chicken, cats and dogs. If they're so comfortable with, the idea of killing other animals to feed their companion animal because it's natural or it's what their animal needs, or they don't want to risk their animal's health, this and that, whatever excuse, who are you willing to sacrifice for that? Are you willing to kill other cats and dogs to feed to your, cat or dog, so that your cat or dog can get meat and be healthy? What about other people? So there isn't any reasonable justification to kill.
What do you mean reasonable justification? I mean, how is reason related to anything you do? I mean, it seems to me like you just invent your rules nilly-willy, whatever you feel like. It's just a cult with rituals. You just invent your rituals. I don't see the reason. I mean, you claim there is reason and there seems to be reason, but when I'm sitting here and asking all these questions, all the reasons disappear. There's no reason behind what you do. It's just a cult with rituals, which I have nothing against, but there's no reason. There's too many questions for this to be categorized as reasonable behavior.
Other animals just so one animal can live, and you don't even need to feed them, flesh. You don't need to kill other animals so that they can continue on existing. I've had all my dogs. We've gotten them from, since they're puppies. They've been fed a vegan diet. They're just fine. Prismo, he's I think about 3 years old right now. Ever since he was a little kitten, he's been on a vegan diet. So if you're gonna claim it's just fine to feed meat to these companion animals, then who are you willing to sacrifice? If meat is meat, then okay, are you willing to kill other people? Are you willing to kill other cats and dogs? What about cows, chickens, pigs, the animals that you're supposedly trying?
Obviously, no one is killing humans, so you have to ask the question: why aren't non-vegans killing humans to feed their animals? Right? No one, right, usually, maybe you could have 1 in a billion on the planet. You could have one story of a person who killed another person to feed to his animals, but usually that's not what humans do. So you're asking the question as if it's on the table. It's something people might do, but we know statistically it's completely insignificant. People don't do it. So you need to think about the fact that this does not happen. So you need to rethink your ethics. Anyway,
trying to save. It just doesn't make any sense. And the people who are uncomfortable with this idea of it,
yeah, but what you say doesn't make any sense either. There's holes in your logic as well.
It not being natural, who the hell cares? Like, we care about ethics, we care about animal rights. We're not really here to promote natural diets and
so why are you discussing health?
I don't know, make other people feel comfortable. I know I've gotten a lot of criticism for feeding my cat meat. I know Simnet Nutrition, he's another fake vegan who feeds his cat meat. I think he's stated that he's worried about feeding his cat meat because he's afraid of criticism that he's going to receive. That doesn't justify murder. Who cares? As activists, we're going to face a hell of a lot of criticism. Who cares if people criticize you for feeding your cat a vegan diet?
But you don't care about criticism, so you don't care if a judge calls you a terrorist. So why not become a terrorist to stop, people from killing animals, from violating animal rights? But you don't do that. So you also care about criticism. So why are you criticizing others for caring about criticism?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not a popularity contest. Yeah, it's about doing what's right.
Then why aren't you murdering people on the street in the name of veganism to make people, to terrorize people, to make them stop being non-vegan? Apparently you are in a popularity contest too. So why are you criticizing others?
Yeah, and I think these people need to look into themselves because, as activists, we ask people.
I would say the same to you. I mean, you're not doing the most that you can. You're not an active terrorist murdering people. You're not giving up your life to save animal rights, to protect animal rights. So,
People, could you slit that animal's throat yourself? Could they slit those animals' throat themselves to give feed?
How's this relevant? How is this even relevant? I don't understand. I mean, okay, let's say a person says, yeah, I would slit the animal's throat myself. So what?
For their cats and dogs. And most of the time, I don't think they could. So why are they paying other people?
Or not? I mean, I don't do many things. I mean, it's not my profession. I wouldn't know where to begin.
People to do it, to contribute to this Holocaust for the sake of their companion animals.
Yeah, the term Holocaust has two definitions. Vegans are abusing this term. So one term is mass slaughter, the other one is extermination. And what the Nazis did, which is the Holocaust, the Nazis didn't slaughter the Jews in order to slaughter them. They wanted to exterminate the Jews. They didn't allow new Jews to come into existence, whereas in farming, we bring animals into existence and then we never mass slaughter anything. We slaughter them one by one. We balance out the birth rate and the slaughter, so it's not even a mass slaughter. So even according to that, there is no Holocaust taking place. We're actually, I mean, at any one point in time there is plenty of animals that are alive because of meat eaters, because meat eaters at the end of the day bring animals into existence in order to kill them and eat them. But on balance, there's many animals that are alive on this planet because of meat eaters. So on average, at any one point in time, there's, I would say, I don't know if most animals, but a significant part of the biosphere, of the animal biosphere, is due to non-vegans.
When it's unnecessary.
Yeah, they're cowardly and dishonest.
You have to put it blatantly, yes.
Oh, okay. One other question that sort of came to my mind before, because I did do a bit of like a question poll on my Instagram because I was interested to know how many vegan followers of mine do feed their dogs and cats animals. So I went through this questionnaire process, and I found a lot of people did bring up the fact that they don't have access, for whatever country they're in, they can't access the vegan certified dog and cat food. So do we have any?
I thought you could order it all online.
Yeah, probably.
Vegan certified. So it could be vegan, it could be vegan certified. Interesting. I mean, this has all the hallmarks of a cult, of a religion. Religions usually have certificates. Very interesting.
I mean, some people brought in the costs
Yeah.
and stuff, like if they're living in a country where they have to buy it all the way from the other side of the world. Like, do we have any solution for these people who are claiming they can't afford to buy it if it's not?
Yeah. So what you can do is look online. You can find homemade recipes for vegan cat and dog food, and then just add whatever supplements you need to the feed. So it's fairly easy to find these supplements like taurine, finine, stuff like that. And it's especially cheap if you buy raw materials in bulk. So if you're going to keep these animals for years, it might make sense to buy like something like 20, 30, 50 pounds of taurine to add to some of the stuff. So that is a way around it. Ideally, you would want to get like a formulated cat or dog food, just because again, it's being tested and everything. It's from a reputable company, but that is a way around it. Yeah. And it's fairly inexpensive for most people. The Benevo vegan cat food, I'm not paying any more than decent cat food brand for Prisma. Yeah. So you shouldn't be afraid of cost under normal circumstances. If you live in a weird country like Syria and I don't know, there's trade issues or it's hard to import things, that is a way around it. You can make your own vegan or vegan cat or dog food. You just have to make sure you add some of these supplements into the food.
Okay, sure. Yeah. All right. Well,
I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
We'll make a good little video.
Yeah.
And I'm a really big fan.
Thanks.
Really big.
Yeah, sweet.
Right. Again, I mean, I understand that you appreciate vegan gains, but this has the hallmark of a cult, and he's like a cult leader. That's how you're behaving right now.
We should hang out like on call sometime.
Oh my god, yes.
All right, chat soon.
Recording stopped.
See ya.
Hi. I could barely say anything. I just sat there like. Like, oh my god, it's vegan vegan.
How's your experience staring at him
He's so
live?
beautiful. I can't believe we were talking. Well, I mean, you were talking, but it was live. He was there. he was right there. I don't, why? This is the one time I wish I was a gamer. Why aren't I a gamer tag? Why did I play Diablo 4? What is this?
Oh shit.
I mean, I understand that you appreciate him, that he's handsome and tall and dark, and yeah, but you also appreciate him because he is the leader of your group, which I don't have a problem with. I'm just letting you know that you are in a group with rules. It's very cultish. Not that I have a problem with it. I'm just letting you know. Just be aware of your reality.
Oh my god, I love him so much.
I was trying not to laugh.
You
He's
don't
so
understand. I've
serious
seen
about
like
it.
all his videos. Like, this is crazy to me.
I can understand why you love him so much. Yeah, he projects a lot of authority. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well, you have to add him on Facebook, and he responds on Messenger a lot, so you can just.
Wait, so does it go back and forth? Oh, when he talks, it shows
Okay.
him, and then when we talk, it shows us. Oh my god, I can't believe we spoke to him.
Anything else to say before we end stuff? Anything
Well,
else back to this now? Like,
Yeah.
now?
Well, as Vegan Gang said, you're not vegan if you're feeding your cat non-vegan food. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't understand. What's his definition of vegan? I mean, if the definition of vegan is that, right, you're doing your best, at the end of the day, it has to be something like you're doing your best to fight for animal rights, you're doing your best to avoid animal suffering, you're doing your best to avoid killing animals, fine. So the whole universe is vegan. I don't see how you're not, how I'm not. Am I not a vegan? I would never do anything to harm an animal needlessly. So I honestly, I don't think there's a single person in the world who's different than me. Honestly, I mean, if you have a matador who stabs ox in a show, it's not like he has a choice. I mean, I don't want to punch people on the street, but when I practice MMA, I have to punch my fellow teammates. And sometimes I really hurt them, and sometimes I break their limbs. I don't enjoy it. It's it's part of life.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, to justify murdering multiple individuals throughout one individual's lifespan.
She mentions again and again the counting the multiple. So if it's only one or less than one, then there's a difference.
There's no justification for it, and as he
Hey, what do you mean there's no justification for it? So okay, what? So there is that a justification can never exist. There cannot be a justification. I mean, obviously, you live in a house. In the process of building this house, animals were right. Natural habitats were interrupted, even of those of insects. You interrupted their lives, right? There's no insects in your house, so that's so yeah.
he discussed, there is evidence to show that cats and dogs can thrive without murdering.
How is this relevant? Again, it does not seem relevant. Veganism is an ethical system. Even if we would all die in order to protect animal rights, we need to die, regardless of our health. If I understand this correctly, otherwise maybe I honestly don't understand your ethical system.
Other species. And yeah, if it were the reverse roles here, like you said, feeding a chicken, dogs and cats, people would,
be up in arms. People would just think that's not acceptable, but it's speciesism. It boils down once again to speciesism and the fact that we view certain.
But you're a speciesist too, because you prefer the life of people over the life of insects. There's no insects in your life. There's no insects sitting next to you, but there is a person sitting next to you. So you're a speciesist. So why are you berating other people for being speciesists when you are obviously a speciesist?
Animals as superior than others or more deserving of whatever it is. So we view dogs and cats as more deserving.
You seem to view dogs and cats and humans more than insects. So you're a speciesist.
Than chickens, pigs, cows, fish.
You never mention insects. Sounds like you're a speciesist.
When really they should all be treated equally with the same.
What about mosquitoes?
Rights and the same dignity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is that a good ending?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yay.
Ollie.
That was good. I mean, that was like
Yeah.
23 minutes. Less than that because we were talking at the end that I was timed over.
All right. Good video. Interesting. Again, you're welcome to discuss, debate with me anytime, any place, gladly, whenever you want. Have a great rest of your day. I think I'm gonna cut the stream at this point so that we can have a separate video on this topic. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for taking the time, and thank you, Tersha, for listening. If you are, have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.